I'm so pleased today. Lt Gen Jennie Carignan is with us. She is Chief Professional Conduct and Culture with the Canadian Armed Forces. Thank you so much, Gen Jennie, for your valuable time.
Thank you, Yash. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. And our community would like to have some information from you. And for that matter, I would like to ask you, in your words, what is CPP's function within the Canadian Armed Forces and mission when it comes to evolving the military's workplace culture?
So we created the CPCC, Chief Professional Conduct and Culture. It's a lot shorter to go with CPCC. 3 years ago, in April of 2021, to get a consolidated view of our professional conduct and culture space. Any organization, and especially military forces, need to rely on strong teams. And what we are about really is enabling leadership to build those strong teams via multiple means of doing it.
Okay, that's cool. Gen Jennie, Canada is a country with many immigrants. Why should the South Asian community be interested in a career with Canadian Forces?
A career with the Canadian Forces allows us to serve a mission that is greater than ourselves. It's an honorable role to be in defense of our citizens. So I've always been very inspired by our members, whether it's military or the public service, because we have 25,000 public service employees contributing to our mission as well. And it's a great source of pride for me, the people that are engaged in that mission. And that's why I'm still here 38 years later.
Wow. Thank you. Gen Jennie, in the past, CF has not always been a place that was accepting persons with diverse backgrounds. What is CPC doing to change that reputation?
So we understand that building teams with diverse backgrounds, experience, is extremely important, especially in today and in the future. Why? Because the type of military problems or military operations that we are being asked to do for Canadians are much more complex than they used to be 50 years ago. And we need to understand that to solve complex problems, we need people of diverse backgrounds around the table to solve for it. Harnessing the power of a diverse team is really key to our future operational success.
Thank you. Gen Jennie, what is the CPC doing to ensure the Canadian Forces is an inclusive and rewarding place for members of South Asian community to work?
We are doing many things that don't look like culture. So I'll just give you the example of managing conflicts. It is normal within a group of 120,000 people to have conflicts between individuals, especially when you come from different countries, different background, different language. Communication is not easy, even when we're using the same language. So actually using conflicts to build stronger teams is where we are working towards, designing different ways of engaging folks in building their teams using conflict. So approaches like restorative approach, where we can get people in the same room to address harm, getting folks to understand each other's interest and each other's objectives, designing a complaint system that is more human, that allows people to, voice their concern, and mostly being heard. So conflict solutions are really at the heart of what we are doing to build a workplace that is inclusive and welcoming. Don't get me wrong, like we have many areas in the forces where we have lots of excellent units and areas. There's others who are struggling, and it's cyclical. It's not bad everywhere all the time, and it's not great everywhere all the time. But we want to bring in a more deliberate approach so that we can actually intervene when we see issues.
Thank you. Jennie, can permanent residents apply for Canadian Armed Forces?
Yes, absolutely. And again, welcoming new Canadians in our forces is absolutely key. I just recall many operations where we have Canadians from various areas of the world who can actually speak the language to where we are deployed. And again, building that teams of diverse background to better operate in difficult environments is absolutely key. I have to mention, however, there are some challenges. It is a selection, and one of the key challenges that we are facing currently is in terms of validating security. So security checks, when you come from various countries, it's not as if you've been in Canada all this time. It's easy to track where you've been. That offers a significant challenge, but the rule has changed fairly recently in the last year. So we are looking at other ways of mitigating that so that we can expedite the selection in a more efficient manner.
Thank you. And Jennie, what are some wins CPCC has had that is evolving CFL's culture? What are areas where work will still needs to be done?
So we know that developing leaders who can lead a diverse group is more complex than if you're leading people who are all the same. So we are also investing a lot of time in developing leaders who can adapt their leadership style depending on the situation. So we are integrating throughout the careers of our folks progressively various people skills to enable leaders to better navigate those complexities. The other thing that we are also doing is bringing in more coaching, which means that people can actually develop as they are acting, which again is hugely beneficial in terms of learning experience. And then again, evolving our culture via evolving our leaders as well.
Thank you so much. And this one is important, Jennie. Are members of different ethnic and religious groups permitted to express their culture and religious observances, such as wearing turbans and periods of fasting?
Yes, absolutely. So we have various menus available that accommodate a lot of religious requirements. Our uniforms are adaptable as well to religious needs at the same time. So we have various infrastructure also available for people's time in terms of prayers, meditation. So there's room set aside for that as well. And same for fasting period. We've also changed the holiday calendar. We have expanded the calendar more than the typical Christian holiday. So there is now flexibility for members of all different communities to take their own religious holiday as per their own request.
Thank you. Lastly, General Jennie, what is message for South Asian community, both currently working within the Canadian Armed Forces as well as those considering a career with CAF?
You mean what would be the advice?
Yeah, what is your message,
Yes.
What
yes.
you want to convey to serving in forces and those who want to be in forces?
Yes, so I want to convey the message that we are very proud and grateful for making the decision to serve Canada and Canadians. That would be the first one. And the second one, I would say, if you are thinking about it, just give us a chance. Come on in and then give it a shot.
Thank you so much, General Jennie. And thank you, Srish Gujral, with Sporting with Camera. So pleased to meet you today.
Thank you. Thank you so much again.
Thank you.